Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, 6 months of hair growth. It is insane, man. I still can't believe a whole half of year has gone by. And you know what's crazy is when I was going through those early months where I felt like it was an eternity, that was actually what would go through my mind, just how fast time does go by. But yeah, I mean, 6 months of growth. You guys that have seen this, it's quite a transformation, for sure. Obviously my hair is just a complete wreck right now, but I knew I was going to be putting my hands through it and all, and not really styling it or anything, for this 6 month of growth. It's actually starting to get thicker too. It's like I feel a difference in the thickness of my hair, which I guess is the next phase of this growth. So, but yeah, overall, ladies and gentlemen, that is a 6 month hair growth of an FUE procedure. The next video will start at 7, and I think I'll go through 9 months, but I'm probably just gonna do 3 little quick videos on that one. I'm not gonna do a weekly update. I don't think you'll see much change, but yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy, man. 6 months has gone by pretty fast, and so far it's done its thing. So, yeah. Well, here we are, 7 months. So I did not film the weeks leading up to month 7. When I ended the last video at month 6, I decided I'm just gonna film month 7, month 8, month 9. I don't think you'll see a whole lot of change in between weeks, but you might see some change from month to month. So, here I am, month 7. It's filled in pretty good, I must say. The same thing I always say, what you saw in the last videos, is that you will see some areas where, when hair is moved a certain way or light hits it a certain way, you will see some thinning, But nonetheless, like I also said before, to the naked eye, for the most part, nobody's dissecting my whole head. This looks like a full head of hair. The hairline's good. I've always said, for whatever reason, this side is a little thinner than this side, but that almost kind of gives it somewhat of a natural look too, in the sense of like, you want this to look natural, it is a procedure, but it is my own hair. It came from the back and the sides, and it was transplanted to the top and, what have you, but you do want it to look natural. You don't want it to look like some straight full line across your head. Because then it starts looking like you just kind of jack some things up. I don't know, at least in my opinion. But nonetheless, this is me, month 7. I do have a little bit of coloring in my hair. It's not one that just kind of stays, it fades. You can still see the grays in my beard. Like the gray over here. It's supposed to do the same thing with my hair, but for whatever reason, the hair on my head takes it a little better than the beard. The beard's like, nah, bro, we only giving you some of that color. But yeah, so here we are, guys, month 7. I'll see you at month 8. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are at the 8-month mark. Wow. That's when they say you usually see the most of the fullness coming through. I'm going to try not to say the same things I've said in many of the other videos. I know I repeat myself often, but, like I've said, time passes by and you just forget. Maybe I should go back and study them, all right? But I just don't feel like it. So there's that. But nonetheless, here I am, 8 months. My hair is kind of whooshed all over the place right now. I haven't cut my hair in a hot minute, as you can tell. It's kind of, able to get pushed up anyways. I did have a little bit of mousse in there today, so that's probably why it's kind of staying wherever I push it. But I have learned some things through the process of this, and that's for one, hair will kind of grow in directions you're not used to, like that right there, you see that? Yeah, so I gotta kind of have to figure that out, and that's just because it's longer too. But the good thing for me is I've always kind of worn my hair up like this, so, that works out pretty good. Overall, the hairline's still really good. When you have product in your hair, though, sometimes you may see some thinning in certain areas. Nothing crazy, at least for me and my results. But, as I've said before, nobody's dissecting my head like that. So, but overall, it's definitely filled out, as far as the fullness, the thickness of it, feels great. I've mentioned the same things I've always said, at least about this side right here. It's a little thinner than, I guess, this side. And like I've said, I don't know if that could be, it's because it may be taking a little longer or something I maybe just need to touch up in the long run. We'll see as time progresses. But nonetheless, here I am, 8 months, FUE procedure. Like I said, haven't faded in a while, so, but all of this area is still really good where they've pulled hair from. Back of the head, as I've mentioned before. Hopefully you guys can see that. There. All right, I tried. Whoosh. All right, there we go. 9 months. 9 months of this FUE hair transplant procedure growth. And this is my head, you know. If you have come this far in the journey, you already know a lot of the things I'm gonna say, so I'm not gonna say them. You can make, you know, the judgments for yourself as far as where things might be a little thin. And you know, look, the light is really right there, you know, like I put the light on my head. So, you know, I mean, if you come like no light back here, kind of like you can't, it's a lot fuller. And that's the crazy thing. Like it looks so much fuller. And this is still light, you know, I still have light up there. But yeah, you know, I try to be a little more transparent with you guys and be right in front of the light. But yeah, this is pretty good. I'm giving it the old toss back here. You know, like I've said in the past, supposedly you don't see a full growth till 1 year. I don't think it's gonna change much from here, but overall, I'm pretty pleased. You know, my hair's a hot mess right now, but I'm gonna go fix that. And there you go. That's the 6 to 9 month video. And if you guys stay tuned, I'll show you the 1 year. Thank you.